Here we are, once again, episode 35 of the Forbidden Fortress build. And we're back at the castle, because I thought I was done. And I did remember last time I mentioned this, we're doing the portcullis for the entry gate. So, we're going to go to the droid factory texture. Seems how that's the best one that I can think of. Say, why aren't you using the gate from Toy Box Takeover? Because I can't connect that to a path. It doesn't have that option. I guess we could have, oh, go find the key and bring that up and open it. And the answer to that would be, I'm not doing it that way. So we want to bring this up far enough where it's not going to poke through. So that's going to have to come up one more. But we'll get there in a second after I realize it goes up one more. And looking at this from the future, I'm thinking, man, you're so slow. But you know, it's an art when you're actually doing this, getting this lined up. So, after analyzing this, Brown Bat decided to analyze it even a little bit more to make sure it went up far enough, or it didn't go up far enough. Or how did I say that? Did or did not go up far enough. And right there, yes, you can see it touches the base there where I'm standing. Right now I'm disoriented. I'm like, oh, where am I? All right, so it does not pop through there and we are good to go. So now go back down and attach those other two pieces to that path creator. Oh, go up one more. And does it poke through? Yes, it pokes through. So now you go back down to where you were, where you knew you had it before, but you doubted yourself. Now attach those other two to the path creator. Now grab a hold of something and go to the path creator. Now go to the first one in succession. And then we want to move one horizontally positive 4, one horizontally negative 4. All three of them reverse one way and stop, so they go right down to the green diamond, and that's going to be closed position. And the reason we're not using a full 3x3 block is because when you go up, that 3x3 block will poke through the wall. If I didn't have a window there, it wouldn't be a big deal. But since it's a window, we're going to do 9 blocks, which would be 3 rows. So first thing I'm going to do here is make sure it's lined up properly. And 1, 2, 3, and hook all 3 of those to the green diamond path creator. Now, each one's going to go up vertically 4. So where are they? Well, you go to the path creator, and then you want to go down and get the last 3 in succession there. One's going to go horizontally plus 4, one's going to go horizontally minus 4. Vertical up 4. And, oh, don't do anything yet. Go back. And then go to endpoint percentage, and it's going to be 75. Now what this is going to do is prevent the blocks from going through the roof. So what they're essentially going to do is merge inside the bottom 3. And then so the middle 3 are going to merge with the bottom 3, and then the top 3 are going to merge with both of them when they get to the top. You'll see them unfold, but it's not that, to me, it's not that big of a deal. And since I'm a picky person, if it's not that big of a deal with me, it shouldn't be that big of a deal with anybody else. You will see some Z fighting when it's in motion, when it's closing, but that's only for a split second. I mean, if the door, when I say closing, I meant to say opening. And closing, actually, when you see it in motion, you'll see it unfold. But You know what? When was the last time I sat there and watched the door move as I opened or closed it? Sometimes we're not even paying attention and think the door is closed and we left it open. And when you do that with the refrigerator in Texas in August, guess what happens? You make a mess because everything inside the refrigerator, in an RV at least, melts. Yeah. Turns to water, defrosts. Anyway, hook the last 3 up. Now I do have 4. And the 4th one's going to be stationary. The 4th one's not going to move. It's going to be at the tippity top because it goes to a point. So that last one's not going to move. Alright, so we're going to go, since there's 4 in the row, we're going to go up to the 4th one from the end. And the endpoint percentage is going to be 50 this time for this row. Horizontal, again, one's going to be 4, one's going to be -4. Vertical offset this time is going to be 8. And again, reverse one way and stop. And of course the middle one's not going to move horizontally, but still vertical is going to be up 8. And the start point percentage is still going to be 50. I stand corrected. End point percentage, not the start point. Eight +4, reverse one way and stop. And then on to the one that we're going to use in the middle of the top row, second to the last. Properties, tieback's path, and endpoint percentage 50. Leave the horizontal offset alone, vertical up 8. When we get to it, I'm just talking ahead. No, you didn't do vertical yet. There we go. And you don't have to do loop in order to get it to move. It's just easier since I'm already there, and then reverse one way and stop. And another way to do it would be to disconnect it, detach it from the path creator and reconnect it, or just set it up to a trigger logic connection. Anyway, here's the middle one. It's going to go up 12, reverse one way and stop. It's not going to move at all, so we're not going to make that one move. It's just going to stop. Otherwise, there's going to be a gap there. All right, so the next thing we're going to do is get another on-off switch. And that one, that popped out, did it not? Apparently, I'm not going to bother with it yet. Yes. Thank you. Thank you, past self, path creator. I pop it out and pop it back in. All right. Yes. All right. All right. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to use the bottom middle one is the cornerstone, and I'm going to tell every block to attach to that. So when I'm actually moving faster than I'm speaking, so I want to say when the bottom one is reversed one way, or when it's reversed, every other one is going to be reversed. And so the trigger, or the on-off switch, is connected to the bottom one only, at least for right now. And everything's going to move off that bottom one. So when that bottom one moves reversed, they all move simultaneously. Okay? But the switch is the key. When the switch is on, it reverses. When the switch is off, it reverses as well. So you say, well, wait, how do you know it's up or it's on or off? It's always going to be, well, you'll see. You'll see. Have we got them all yet? Do we got them all yet? Reverse. Alright, next. Do we have them all yet? Then I want to change the speed to, what am I changing it to? 75, so it's not going to go as fast. Okay, that's fair. And when it's off, I'm going to tell that to reverse as well. Is there another way to do this? I think I already said this, but the answer is yes. Alright, so you see there's a little bit of Z fighting there, but that's okay. It does not stick through. You can see where it is, but that's fine. I want that. I want that. That makes sense. Perfect sense. Alright, see how it just unfolds, but that's okay. That's okay. It's perfectly alright. So now we need some time delayers. How many? A couple? 2 there and 2 there. Okay. Maybe not yet. I'm also going to, well, I don't want to get ahead of myself. The reason I'm bringing the button in is to make sure I can sync those. Because if the don't you love it, that glitch? If that's ever happened to you, thumbs up in the comments. If it has happened to you, if it hasn't happened to you, thumbs up in the comments. Always thumbs up. So I wanted that to be, I wanted the off position to equal close, and I wanted off to have the drawbridge closed on the other one. So I wanted both of them to be on the off. I don't know what I'm doing here. What am I doing? What are you doing? I must have been trying to get an autosave. I don't know. Yes, I wanted to get an autosave. Okay, we got this beast of a toy box loaded up again. Let's get back to our switches, and the glitch button is gone. Are we ready for our connections yet, Thor? Alright, new logic connection. When that is off, we want to go to a time delayer and start delay. And change that to, I think, 3. And then new logic connection, when that's completed, it's going to turn that one off. So we want them off, on, but a time delayer in between each. Start delay. I must have canceled it to go to properties. And 3, 2, 3. All right, they're both 3. Okay. New logic connection delay completed, and that's going to be on. Okay. Ah, the hanging bar. All right, so we're going to use this to open and close. Good idea. New logic connection pulled down. We're going to use that, and we're going to say that's going to be on to the left. correct? And then to the right is going to be off. Hold down, off. So that's going to close everything up. Alright, well, we're going to say when that is on, we're going to hook these up to the sound thing, but we want to delay before we hook it up to the sound generator. So when it's on, we're going to hit that delay. I just went by too fast. Did I just cancel something? Yeah, on's going to do a delay and then off's going to do a delay. Okay. And then when the off delay is triggered, we're going to go down to the cell door and have the door close. And when it's open, I think I just did the one for the open or on. On is going to be open. We also want the door, the chains. Normally I move too slow and I get annoyed how slow I move, but now I'm moving pretty fast. I'm trying to keep up with the narration here. Okay. When it's on, this is when we start the clanking of the chains. When it's on, it's going to do some chain chanking. The chink, what? It's hard for me to see. I'm trying to read what it says. The clanking chains. It's going to do the same thing when it's on. It's going to do the same thing when it's off. New logic connection off. Clanking chains. Are we good? Are we good? Are we good? Are we ready to test? Delay time 1.5 and delay time 2.5. Now, I hope you're keeping up because I can't remember which one's on and which one's off. So this is going to make sure everything is... That's going to open everything. Alright, so that should give you the sound of clanking chains, time delayer, open. This one, all that's going to do is leave the drawbridge open and then close the door because they're both on now. One should be on and one should be off. Oh, wait, no. Grab that again. Hold that down. Did that stay? Yeah, it stayed on. Okay. Here's the thing with the on-off switches. You got to be careful. Okay. I don't know how to explain this if you haven't experienced it. If you tell the on switch to be on, it's going to be on. If you tell the on switch to be on again, it's going to act as though it's on. So if I told that to reverse when it's on, regardless if it's already on, it's going to say it's on again. There's a way around that. I just don't know exactly how to do it. So potentially you could leave the drawbridge extended and keep opening and closing the portcullis. Vice versa, you could leave the drawbridge up and keep opening and closing the portcullis. Now here, I want to put a hang bar here too, and that is going to just make that on, so it's going to extend the drawbridge. Come on, dude. Alright, so now we got the drawbridge extended and the portcullis is going to go up. Why is it going to go up? Because they were both in sync being closed. I'm just going to hide those out of the way. But the way I have that set up, if I was at the gatehouse again and pull the lever down, the drawbridge is going to stay extended and the portcullis is going to close. So yeah, that's the basics around that. Do with it what you will. If I was going to make a game behind this, I would definitely do the mechanics a little bit different, but it would take me going to the drawing board, because you have input and output as well. Options that every time I listen to a tutorial, my head just goes rah, 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 and I say, no, I do not need this pressure. It is very hurting. So I just do it the way that you see me do it. Alright, so we're gonna move that starter point all the way down to the bridge. Okay, now that we got that down there, we're gonna turn it invisible. Or we're not. Eventually we will. But we want, I wanted to remember where that was. So we're gonna make that a little bit smaller. This is how I normally do this is how I start a game. So when I load in, I exit that and things go into motion. Here, properties off. Alright, so now when I'm out of spark mode, that'll be invisible. Alright, next thing I need Game Maker. And I need the checkpoint. So when I leave, I'm going to set up a checkpoint. Save point, whatever you want to call it. So if I'm up the mountain and I get killed, if I don't have any more checkpoints, then I'm going to go all the way back to the beginning. So I have that upon exit. I'm going to trigger that. And then I'm putting down a locator, and I'm going to attach the locator to, under Game Maker Marvel Games, a vehicle summoner. And then I'm going to go to the hex discs after I connect the locator to that. And I'm going to get Felipe. Alright, so I'm going to get Felipe the horse. Under Disney. And why Felipe? Oh, Rapunzel's horse. No, it's not. It's Belle's horse. Alright, the brown one. Alright. Because Felipe has the same facial features as Prince Philip's horse. From Maleficent. Different color horse. It's a horse of a different color, but it's the same face. So I can go to hex discs, Felipe, and then move that out of the way, and I can take that disc off, and Felipe will not be there in the toy box unless I trigger him. So how this is going to work is we want to deactivate it so only one Felipe can spawn in at a time. So if I get a time delayer, exited player 1, start the time delay, new logic connection completed, I'm going to deactivate that. But, and I went too fast, what I did was I went to the connection for the Marvel panel, and I had said, if you didn't catch it, I said when the vehicle or mount, whatever it was, is removed, then that will turn the trigger area back on. So if I lose the horse, I can always go back and get a new horse. If need be. Because, you know, you can make the horse jump off a ledge. Then what do you do if you need the horse? Alright, now we're back in the castle and we want to make sure everything's closed up. That would be the portcullis, which is closing, and the drawbridge. And save it. Now that we have all the settings so far where we want them. So if we mess up the settings, then we can see right there I messed it up because now we have 2 horses. We should only have 1, so I'm going to ditch. Probably should ditch both horses and try it again. Yes. Because what was going to happen, I ditched 1 horse and it reactivated that. But what happened was I went back in and out of that really quick. And it generated 2 horses. But when you start the level, odds are you're not going to do that. But I guess if you do, you have 2 horses. It's not supposed to do that. I'm not a fan of the camera when I'm riding a horse. I was trying to get this angle right here, but I had to hold the other stick down, which is kind of annoying. Because when you let go of it, the camera just does what it wants. Well, it doesn't. It's not that bad. It just doesn't give me the angle that I want. Alright, so I got up the horse, and the horse can't make the jump. Now what do we do? See if the horse can jump this cliff. Alright, so if you're on the horse and you die, you go back to the checkpoint, both you and your horse. That does not count as a horse dying. What counts as a horse dying is if you let the horse just jump off the cliff by himself. Okay, we're back in the gatehouse once again. Are we going to open the door? Alright, drawbridge down, and up comes the portcullis. And into, let's go into Maleficent's secret garden that I added because of fun. And the horse is excited. And let's go up to the watchtower. Here, Jimi Hendrix is up there. And horsey jump. So, that's it for this episode. Until next time, remember to keep your horse well groomed. Thanks everybody for watching. Don't forget to give me a like before you click out. And also, if you're not subscribed, what are you waiting for? Do it now! And click the bell icon if you want to know what I'm up to before I even know what I'm up to, because it helps you see into the future. And I just made that up. Until next time, this is That Brown Bat reminding you to keep on building.
We'll just see what happens next time, won't we?